Hello everyone, my name is Joshua Olayinka. I'm a lecturer at Walailak University. I graduated from the program you're about to start, which is High MBA, International MBA at Prince of St. University. I've been asked to talk about how you can graduate within 2 years. First, I want to welcome you to the program because it's a wonderful program. I had a very good experience within the 2 years I studied. It was very, very impactful, and it actually helped me in getting the job that I have and I'm doing right now, which is as a lecturer in another university in Thailand. So it's a very prestigious program that you are in. So welcome to the program. Yeah, so if you're going to graduate within 2 years, first I say you have to begin with the end in mind, which is you need to plan and have that vision that you want to graduate within 2 years. In the course of my 2 years, I have seen things that delay other people in their study. Majority fall back when it comes to minor thesis or thesis. I mean, that is one of the things that delay them. So it's not only that they do thesis, some do minor thesis and they get delayed. And it's entirely in their hands, really. It's not in any other person's hand. I understand that some people are working, but for instance, as an international student, then I wasn't working, so I was kind of like studying full time, even though the classes were on weekends. So it was quite easy for me. So I can say I understand why some people may take 2-3 years, more than 2 years, 3 years, 4 years to graduate because they're working. Like the Thai students, they're working and sometimes they don't have the liberty of time. But if you want to graduate within 2 years, you have to envision it and plan it that you want to graduate within 2 years. So a second thing, like I said, one of the things that delay people is minor thesis or thesis. So you need to focus on your minor thesis or thesis. So if you're doing minor thesis, make sure you do something about it daily. Once you start your minor thesis, once you have the topic, start doing something every day. Add a little every day, a little every day. Little drops of water then become an ocean. And if you're doing thesis as well, it's the same thing. Actually, for me, I advise you do thesis because physically they are the same. They go through the same rigor. You have 5 chapters for both. The only thing is that the statistical power the statistics that you use for minor thesis may not be the same as you use for thesis, and the scrutiny may not be the same, but you do the same thing. And for thesis, you may need to publish, so that may be the major difference between the two, but they are basically the same. So for me, I just advise anybody, go for thesis. It gives you high advantage. It gives you leverage. If you want to change your career to say lecturing, you want to do PhD, you can continue your thesis and things like that. So, but if you choose minor thesis, it's fine. It's completely fine. But what you must note is that you need to don't procrastinate it. Don't push it that, I still have time. There's no time, actually. There's no time. The time runs very fast. So you have to do something about it every day. The second thing about your thesis or minor thesis is that you have to be in communication with your advisor constantly. Now, what I understand from other people's experience is that it's entirely their fault when they get delayed. When they don't mind, actually. Some of them don't mind. They don't mind spending more years to do it. But if you intend to do it, so that's why I said the first thing is you must be ready to do it within 2 years. So if you want to finish within 2 years, be in communication with your advisor. Now, advisors generally, they are busy people. They've got teaching work, they've got research, they've got academic work to do. All of them are busy. There's no advisor that's less busy. But the level of seriousness of the student, always encourage the advisor to respond on time. For instance, as for me, when my advisor says that make this correction, I make it in time. If I'm not going to do it, to meet the deadline, I send a message ahead of time, showing responsibility for it. So advisors like that, do it on time, submit it on time. Then my advisor is, she's definitely forced to respond back to me quickly because I respond quickly. So advisors will treat you the way you treat them. So you need to respect them, respect their time. Don't go to your advisor without anything concrete. So whenever I have a meeting with my advisor, I always make sure that I have done my work. I've done my own part. So I'm just going there to say, okay, I'm encountering these challenges. I have this, I've looked at articles, I've seen this solution, this other solution, but I don't know which one to choose. So that's the advisor's work, to guide you, but not to do the whole work for you. So student seriousness always affects the outcome or the length of time that they're going to use to do their minor thesis or their thesis. So basically, to graduate within 2 years is actually very, very easy. It's very, very easy if you set your mind at it. Now, for those who are working, I understand that there's no time. What you can do is your research methodology study. You can use the same, because you are going to come up with a proposal. You can use the same proposal, modify it a little. Talk to your advisor, read articles, journals, like use the facilities available in the library, the e-library. Get articles, use Google Scholar, get articles, and then you make it better. Once your advisor says it's okay, then it's okay. Sometimes don't be discouraged. You can submit 20 times, 30 times to your advisor. Some advisor, not all. You can submit, but the point is that they are not harsh, they just want the best. So their quality, their standard is high. So you don't mind, because it's for your own good as well. So you might submit many times before your advisor says it's okay for your proposal defense or it's okay for your final defense. But one thing is, be there, be ready to work, be responsible for it. Once you are responsible, then definitely you're going to graduate within 2 years. That's it. And for minor thesis, if you do minor thesis, which means you also have to do comprehensive exam, my advice is that do your comprehensive exam the second year, which is the second semester, which is always the schedule. Don't do it later, because you probably you have forgotten many things that they taught you, because the comprehensive exam brings together everything that you've learned in the class. So, but if you do it that same semester, which is second semester, the second year, I don't know if they've changed the schedule, but that has always been the plan. So if you do it that time, everything is still fresh. The case study, you can apply the concept and theories that you've learned in class. So I think that if you put all this in mind, which is beginning with the end in mind, like planning that you want to, making that determination that you want to graduate within 2 years. And secondly, if you take care of your thesis in terms of doing your homework very well, communicating very well with your advisor, and listening to your advisors. Like if your advisor say take this thing out, just take it out. Don't say, oh, I like it. Don't put it there because you like it. And you should do a study that a thesis or minor thesis that you're interested in. Don't do something complex. Don't do something, you see, that's it. If you try to do something complex, then you might be doing a PhD work when you're supposed to be doing an MBA. So really, don't do something complex. Just something simple that can help you to graduate on time. And if you have to publish, you must mind that you should finish 1.5 years. Yeah, if you have to publish, if you're on scholarship and you are required to publish, because publication also takes some time. So you should have that time. You should plan it in your plan the time for submitting and getting feedback, correcting feedback, the timeline for the journal to accept your paper. You should plan it in your thesis plan. So try to finish ahead of time and submit. And if possible, if you have your proposal defense, you can submit a conceptual paper. You can submit a review paper just for you to get publication. You meet the requirement and then continue with your thesis. While continuing with your thesis. So I hope that you're able to finish within 2 years. which is the intention and the plan of the program, which is for you to graduate in 2 years. So thank you very much. Bye-bye.